Justin, of course, spring practice, as well as I do, fans want all sort of inside information, and there's really not that much. It's a very fundamental approach to football. These guys are like working on firing out of their stances.
Yep.
It's very grassroots, like football coach kind of stuff. And a lot of important work gets done and a lot of foundation laid, but there's not a lot of flashy stuff to report from spring practice, and a lot of it's obviously kept under lock and key. But as we transition from spring practice into the actual spring game that's coming up this Saturday, which, as a side note to our recruiting conversation, isn't necessarily the worst thing in the world that Michigan's kind of separated its spring game from everyone else, because the next Saturday kind of kicks in where there's going to be 15 to 20 teams every week on TV all over the place, but Michigan's got the day to themselves on the Big Ten Network. So another good thing for Michigan football. But anything in particular, I know with the disclaimer, it's a spring game. Anything you want to see on Saturday?
Yeah, it is always funny when spring practice starts. There's always some videos or pictures that come out of some guys, and it's like the most overreaction time of the year, right? It's who went into winter and came out with 10 more pounds of muscle, who made this one catch in practice, and then everyone's on the message board saying this is going to be the breakout star, of the year or something like that. And I laugh a little bit because of exactly what you said. It is a time to build and develop. It's not for anybody to show off, what they're doing. And yes, they do go head to head, and there are guys that are making plays for sure. But they call it here in Michigan, in Ann Arbor, you got to perform on State Street, which is where the practice facility is, before you can make it on Main Street, which is where the stadium is. And so it's guys, you're grinding, you're working on those little things. And I think that Michigan, because of how long a season they had last year with the college football playoff berth and everything like that, they're taking some time to have some guys rest up and get right for next fall. And so it's not as much about hey, we've got to be perfect here in March. But they're grinding right now to make sure that come September, they're going to be the best team that they can be. Now, I will say JJ has been throwing all over the place. He's been playing really well. You got Davis Warren and Jack Tuttle, who is a transfer coming in from Indiana, that are battling it out for the backup QB spot. And some young guys are really showing out. Tyler Morris is a guy at wide receiver that is coming in and making some plays. I'm excited to see Darius Clemens as well. He's a big dude, 6'4", that is going to be a top receiver for Michigan come next year too. And then, there are some guys on the defensive side of the ball. Mason Graham is going to be an absolute monster for Michigan. I'm excited to see what he's doing. And then I'm jumping all over, but back to the offensive side too. We're looking at Colston Loveland come out as the top tight end, but AJ Barner as well, another transfer coming in from Indiana. I've heard that he's showing out as well in spring practice. So the new guys that are coming in, even along the offensive line too, I think they're trying to work out, hey, how does everybody fit into the mold here and all that stuff. It's very much a preparation type time for Michigan instead of like in past years, when you don't have that trophy in that trophy case, it's we got to prove to everybody that we're for real and do all this stuff. Now you can kind of, sit back a little bit and work on some of those little things going into the fall.
Folks, we've got a Michigan spring game watch party here at the Voice of College Football. It's on Patreon. However, you do not have to be a member. We're going to share the link all over the place, and it's going to be free and open to everyone. Any big plans for the spring game?
I do. I got to plug it. I'm putting on a spring game pep rally for Valiant as well. So Valiant Management, NIL company, marketing agency for Michigan. We've got a spring game pep rally before the game. So the game's at 3. From 12 to 3 will be in Chrysler Center. Coach Harbaugh will be there. He's going to be doing some interviews, signing some autographs. JJ, Blake, the whole team will be there. We might even do a little basketball shooting competition between Blake and Donovan and have some fun with it. And we'll have other student athletes from all the other teams there as well, raffling off items such as Blake Corum signed football, JJ signed football, a Jim Harbaugh signed football, MDen gift cards. We've got it all going on. So come check us out. It's only $30 and kids under 12 are free. So you can come see the team before they take the field on Saturday.
Are you personally planning on steak or hot dogs as the post-game meal?
I don't know. I might have to, they're maize versus blue. I'm gonna have to make friends with guys on both teams so that I can hedge my bets here, and make sure I get a steak. But yeah, I've heard they've got the teams already drafted and picked out and all that stuff, so they're ready to go. I'm gonna make sure I'm on the winning side no matter what.
There's no way that can be revealed, right? For guys to have their feelings hurt about getting drafted low.
Yeah, I don't know, but I think it's the guys. Like, I think there are two captains that are drafting it. So, I don't know. Well, maybe Jim Harbaugh is a meritocracy guy. He loves, what? If you don't like where you were drafted, go work harder and get better, and you'll get drafted higher next time. So I wouldn't be surprised if he puts it out there. He's not really a feelings are hurt type of guy, I wouldn't say.
No doubt about that. Justin Rowe, always great stuff talking Michigan football with us, Justin. We always appreciate it. Catch Justin Works, Blue by his work on Blue Night by 90. And I want to make sure that people know where to find that and how often you're dropping content these days.
Yeah, we're doing some podcasts here coming up on the spring game. So we've got some podcasts going usually once a week. We've got so much content on blueby90.com going right now, though. 3, 4, 5 articles up just on the football team every day, including all the spring sports that are going as well. The baseball team just swept it, I believe, and so we've got everything covered there at blueby90.com.
Awesome, Justin. We appreciate it.
Appreciate you. Thanks for having me, Mark.